everyone, happy Tuesday and welcome to tonight's stream where after a full week off we are back in space in the outer worlds. I do not remember at all what we were doing. I'm pretty sure we ended, so far in this game we've been pretty good at ending our streams at really good break points, so I think we were done on the place where we were and ready to move on to the next, but we're gonna have to take a scan through the journal list of questy things and refresh our memory because I don't have a clue what we were doing. But let me say hello to everybody and then we will do that. I did play around a little bit with mods too, so I'll show you, not a lot, but I'll show you what I did. Kevin, Eddie, Bryn, Sarah, Wander, Lily, let's see, Christy, good to see you. Archer, Ananki, Ricky, welcome. I hope you all have had a good rest of your day. All right, so I went in here and I did two things. One, I switched to this pistol. We're going to try it. This one is still light ammunition, but it does a little bit more damage than the other one, so I'm going to try it out. But I put a gyro sight on this one to make it more accurate. So we're gonna see how that works. Hey, Gaming Midnight Sun, thank you so much for continuing to be a member. 20 months, I appreciate you. And then I took my my armor and I added a physical armor, like the toughened mod, which gives me 3 extra armor rating and backpack. I put the backpack mod on it. So while we're wearing this one, I can carry an extra 20 kilos and it's gonna be great. Apparently I also have points to use, so that's the thing. I think these are, yeah, we're minus on these because of the armor that I'm wearing is heavy armor. So I might need to account for that. Hey, Smokey, good to see you. Oh, sorry for your loss. Tastes like burnt corn puffs with the tiniest bit of pop rocks. Wander, I don't know how to feel about that. That sounds very, very interesting. We're gonna put some points into this. I want to be at 50 on dialogue, and I'll put 1 into text so we can get these to 40. And then I'll get these up a little bit higher. We'll have to change into something else if we're gonna be sneaky. We'll just change our armor and deal with it that way. Okay, and then... Okay, we're an odd number level, so no extra perk points, so that's fine. All right, so... Journal? J for journal? Okay, passage to anywhere. Purchase a nav key to Stellar Bay from Gladys. Okay, so we retrieved this thingy... Well, we investigated the distress signal, right? Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, yeah, we did. Return to Gladys on the Groundbreaker because we acquired company secrets, so that we shouldn't have to pay her the 10,000 for doing that. And then this requires going to Scylla. Fallbrook on Monarch. We haven't been there before. Now that you have the acid steeper part needed to modify Sam, all that remains is to return to the Unreliable and swap it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we gotta go swap out that piece on our robot. Where does he live? He's right up here, right? Yeah. Install the acid steeper. Okay. A rumbling vibrates from the unit's chassis. That it?
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Would you like to register your SAM?
Sure.
Registering new owner. Captain.
Welcome to the crew.
SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
Okay, so does he just hang out now? Okay, cool. Cool. I forgot we grabbed that piece and I never actually came and installed it on him. Alright, so let's go to the groundbreaker so we can go back to that lady. There we go.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Okay. Should put my gun away. Yeah, this way. Ooh, we can take him as a companion now. That's right. Okay, so he is one of our companions that can come along with us. He can join us on missions. I think we're going to keep Parvati and Felix for now. But that's good to know. I wonder what benefit he has. I know they all have, like, benefits. We're only missing one companion. Yeah, we're going to keep the ones we have. But we're not that far in, and we're only missing one. Which isn't too bad. I guess you get them fairly early on. Moonvicar's funnier and funnier the longer you look at him. Yes, he is. He's a bit of a jump scare. Where I don't remember what we were doing at the end last time, but when I loaded into the game, I was standing in his cabin with my gun out, just looking at him. I think maybe I was showing somebody that we put that on his head. So it was quite funny that was where I loaded in, was just standing over Moonvicar with my gun out. Alright, Gladys was over here. No, Gladys is not over here. Oh, I did this last time too. Gladys is this way, then over there. This way.
Purple berry crunch, triple flakes, and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
No, this is not right. Hold on. I did this last time too, and now it's been too long. Like, I remember that I was lost, but I don't remember how to get unlost. Yeah, because this just brings you into these, like, crew quarters. Back here was that secret back spot we weren't supposed to be in. With the workbench and stuff. That was part of that whole quest. I think maybe it was through the door, and then... Or maybe it's to the other side of the door. It's not as bad as the Institute. No. Thank goodness.
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free...
Is it through this door? It is through that door. Okay. Hi, little friends. Those guys are so cute. I was right there. It was like in the cave earlier. I was right there. I just had to step through the door.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
Alright, I investigated that distress signal from Roseway.
What's that? Speak up now.
About those secrets you asked me to look for.
What'd you turn up?
Okay, so toothpaste formula. I found a formula for experimental rocket fuel. Seems like pretty advanced stuff. Oh, we can lie to her. Acquired some research on Raptidon Musk. Interested. I found schematics for a prototype weapon from Force, and I'm selling. You buying. We have all of these options. Let's try to lie to her first.
My stars, what a find. Fine picking like this deserves an equally fine payout. Go on, dearie. and don't spend it all in one place.
Ooh, it worked. Maybe we can sell her the rest of it, too.
Pardon me, sweetheart. My old ears must have misheard you. Did you say Raptidon? Gracious! Someone must have hauled them off Monarch. Naughty, naughty. A couple of folks around here might pay a fair few bits for this. Might even be able to start a bidding war.
Okay, and then we also can sell her the schematics for prototype weapon from Force.
Peaches and cream, if that isn't the most handsome bit of lethal engineering I've seen all week. That'll go for a tidy sum of bits.
Oh, okay, so I don't have high enough intimidate or persuade skills. 78, that's really high.
That's plenty, my dear, and more than I thought you'd find. You got a knack for snooping. I ought to just hire you next time, instead of those sublight lunkheads. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your friend Gladys now. You can come visit any time.
I got an achievement called Everybody Likes Me. My reputation with 3 different factions is high enough. Wait, what? It still wants me to pay for the Stellar Bay nav key, but I did the thing.
I'm afraid that's confidential, my dear. A matter of customer privacy. I'd wager you'd demand the same were you the one buying. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Let's choose back to your hard-earned wisdom. She totally implied that if I investigated that signal for her, I wouldn't have to pay for the nav key.
Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go.
Hey, JJ, good to see you. All right, this is just back to like asking her questions.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Yeah, so Gladys offered you a job investigating distress signal. Was that so I could earn money? That was, yeah, she paid me, huh? That was so I could earn money to pay her the 10,000 because we had 17,000 and now we have 25. All right, fine.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late.
I wanted to be rich and get a free nav key.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Nope.
Anytime, sweetheart.
All right, fine.
You know where to find me.
She made me spend my money. Okay, so. Lilia Hagen runs Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Our office is located on the Groundbreakers Promenade next to the Spratwurst vendor. Okay. We're right here, so we might as well do that.
Boss, if you need a tour guide, I've seen all 12 episodes of Terror on Monarch. Kind of an expert.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
The cookies are always a lie. We're never gonna get the cookies. Rest and go key card. Did I loot all this stuff already? Looks like I did. Tossball blocker. I should have quick saved before I did that. Mr. Ouch. Maybe I just didn't do this because I didn't want to be stealing stuff at the time, or I just skipped it, but that was a lot of stuff.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the fall.
I don't think I went up here either. Hey, Tina, good to see you.
Corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed. Talk to your local manager.
There's a person here, so I can't, like...
And lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products.
Can't be too, steely.
Rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, sentimental trade. You've been listening to
This whole room was a break-in.
your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Anything interesting? Uh-oh. Oh, actually, you know what? None of this is stealing. None of it's red. I guess because we broke into the room? Huh. I heard that alarm noise and I thought I was in trouble, but none of this stuff shows it's stealing. Cool. Alright, let's go down the ladder. Now let's go talk to the lady, which is this way. She is over here. Right. Sublight, salvage, and shipping. Have we come in here before?
Sublight puts the organized in organized crime. I'm trying to get him to use that slogan.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
Can't remember if we came in here before. Don't run from L. Hagen. We lost another contractor to a UDL gunship. This is your daily reminder that legitimate businesses don't run from the authorities. And that is what we are. Stay calm. Present your papers. If you get tangled up in the courts, I'll personally bail you out. Anyone seen Hawthorne lately? I could use some reliable help. Unlike most of you sprats, Catherine is bringing Sublight a consistent income. From today until I say so, you're to treat her as an extension of my desk. Speaking of which, Tobias, order an extension for my desk. Fallbrook shipment. Purpleberry liqueur, lots. Spectrum vodka, even more than that. Okay, the locals aren't picky, except for the ones who are. Space cake surprise. I don't know what this is, but it was on last month's ordered list, so either track some down or do your best in the kitchen. P.S. Tobias, where are we with that desk extension? This week in salvage, my scanner says the Mardits impounded a freelancer ship after the captain misbehaved. The crew dropped so many bits at Vera's place that they can't afford to lift the impound. Whoever gets me salvage rights gets to sit quietly in my office and watch a professional work. One of ours had an altercation with one of theirs, lost another contractor, scrapped the ship, dedicated a tenth of the salvage to funeral expenses. I take care of my people. A little sprat told me that a crate of spoiled sister pork ended up at the bottom of a Monarch Canyon. Let's see how much we can sell. Speaking of which, no one eat at Auntie Cleo's stall until I say so. Something in the kitchen's gone bad. The next time one of us finds an abandoned ship and decommissions it, they had better dispatch a ground team to the debris field before the marauders have their turn. Just because we're salvagers doesn't mean we have to be scavengers. Okay. No one cared that I was reading their book. Not book, terminal. We're in the right place? Where is she, downstairs? Or upstairs? Does the elevator go up or down? Ah, up. Mushu pork bowls with rice and red cabbage and cashews for dinner. That sounds good. Oh.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping.
It's Tobias.
Business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable?
It's Tobias. That's right. Name's Captain Hawthorne.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
So you're a Sublight employee?
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Okay.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Name's Violet, Captain of the Unreliable. I guess we can give up on the other name.
Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Oh, good thing we didn't pretend to be Hawthorne. I didn't kill him. Don't let Ada hear you calling her ship names.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
There's always a
Did
catch.
you just make us Sublight agents now?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
We just so happen to have a nav key to Stellar Bay. What's so special about Stellar Bay?
First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack.
Can you get into Stellar Bay? Tell me about the job.
One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
What's Sublight doing in Fallbrook?
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
How unconventional? Asking for a friend.
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
Okay. What kind of salvage are we looking for?
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
So I'm going after Alta Vitae gas. What exactly is that?
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nucleon in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Okay, we'll take the job.
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Sounds shady.
Could be. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, see? We'll be fine.
I like Felix. I like Felix. Okay, so. Space Crime Continuum. Retrieve the information she's been holding on the salvage location, deliver it to Catherine in Fallbrook. Okay, so this is Stellar Bay. This is also Stellar Bay, so let's get back to the ship now. And looks like
We're not gonna have to hurt nobody, are we?
we've hurt a lot of people so far. Now's probably not the time to be concerned about that. We've already hurt a lot of people. Alright, back this way.
CNP burst pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds.
If I look now, where is our... Yeah, reputation. Okay, so it's Groundbreaker, the Deserters, and Spacer's Choice who like us. Auntie Cleo's kind of in the middle. And then we don't have very much at all with these guys. We haven't seen Monarch at all. And Iconoclast we haven't seen either. Amber Heights on Monarch. I mean, this says Monarch Stellar Industries, so I'm guessing they're also on Monarch. Alrighty, ship is this way.
Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
This game is currently $13.59. Oh, no, wrong way. $13.59 US on Fanatical. That's a good price. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I really am. That's a good price. I would say worth it. And I'm only, I think, 14 hours in. Oh, I forget that this is a loading screen, so I have to hold to transition.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure. Welcome back, Captain.
Okay.
Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Doesn't this guy have a life? Okay.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
You sound like you've been to Monarch.
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
A hotbed of political activity. Sounds like fun.
I certainly wouldn't call it boring, especially if your idea of fun involves navigating a hostile biosphere populated by carnivorous monsters. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Let's see what questions we get.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Oh, go see him.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Interesting. Pacific, good to see you. What was it? Came up with a thing about. Oh, here we go. This is the DLC. Murder on Eridanos is the name of one of the DLCs. Ada has the last Halcyon Helen ether wave ready to watch. Speak with her when you're ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy a show. I don't think we're the right level for this. I didn't look it up. When we first load into the game, there was a little pop-up that said what level you should be before doing each of the 2 DLCs. And I don't remember what the levels were, but 13 feels low. 13 feels low. Also, it's in red, and I don't know if that's because I shouldn't do it or if that's just because it's a DLC. Right? Yeah, I don't know if the red means something specific. Oh yeah, Phineas's lab. We haven't actually been there. Let's go to Monarch. Cascadia landing pad or Stellar Bay landing pad. We're going to Stellar Bay, but this one has a big warning. Right? I agree, Christy. It feels like the name should be, or the level should be in the game. Internet says recommended for players at level 25 or higher. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not there yet. And I think the second DLC is even higher than that. Like, I think one of them was 25 and then, or I guess 25, and then one of them was even higher than that.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Okay. It's pretty. Look at it. I mean, that's the planet, obviously, but Stellar Bay is on Monarch, which is a moon. I remember that. All right, transition Stellar Bay landing pad. I would keep the same group. I don't know if maybe we should switch them out, but for now, I'm going to keep the same group. They entertain me. It also suggested beating the main game before starting the DLC. It's its own separate place and is a better experience after finishing the main game. Oh. Something's fishy achievement. Reached Stellar Bay. Is that for both DLC? Because there's 2 of them. Would be a bad time to find out there's no oxygen. Facts. Facts. Alright, cool. Stellar Bay. Remote landing. Okay, well, no. I want to do that. Where's the... Here's this. Nope. That's not it. I was like, where's the stairs? Oh, wait. Is it an elevator? Is it meant to be an elevator? No. Ow. That feels like a design flaw. Where's the... Oh. Right there. It's right there. I used this one and then jumped off, but there is actually one attached to the platform. Use this one. Hey, Rabbit, thanks for popping in. Okay, that makes more sense that there is one on the thing.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Okay.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
It is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Violet. I love that we can still pretend to be Alex Hawthorne. Let's do that.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Oh. You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Did he just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't wait.
Felix. Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Okay, we're gonna go look around.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, Maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Of course he wants a favor. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
We read about that poster on the list. The terminal. I saw shiny boxes over here. How do I make you go away? Walk away, lady.
Hey,
Aw.
what do you think you're doing?
Darn it, she saw me. I was just leaving. Persuade. Or let's lie. Nothing at all.
Do what you want, I guess.
Aha, success. Success. I think I got away with it too, all the way into that last piece. MSI Sentinel, look at his stuff. He would definitely notice if I stole this. He would for sure notice. The Yacht Club vendor. Alright. Nyoka.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Okay, let's keep listening.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
You're a hunter? You ever killed a rapt with your bare hands?
That's a good question.
Matter of fact, I was just regaling our drink master here of a time when a baby rap snatched an heirloom of mine. Had to chase it halfway to Fallbrook. When I finally caught it, I was so mad I tore its jaw clean off. Reached in, wrenched my medallion from its belly. Caught me an awful burn. But I'd say it was worth it.
A burn? You were disfigured? That rap leave you with some sort of grisly-looking scar?
Hey now, woman's gotta have her secrets.
She's totally making this up, isn't she? I don't believe that story for a second. You always spin tails when you're in your cups?
If you think this is drunk, I gotta, you need to get out more. Sit, partake, buy me a drink and let's chat.
Sure, another round, bartender.
Outstanding.
Oh, we actually had to pay for her drink?
What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
Ew, we really bought her around. That wasn't just a generic choice. It was only 2 bits, but still. Let's see. I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
I'm not in the mood to fetch things. How much time do you need? Let's see what she needs.
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Okay, we're gonna do the medical option so I get the extra XP. You mean caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Okay, I'll be back. Yay, level 14. I like doing all those choices. Like, I feel like if there's an option to use one of my speech things or skills, I have to do it just to get the extra XP. Okay, so character. We've got skill points to use. Oh wow, Felix gives me an extra. So we were actually really close on the persuasion one when I needed, like, what was it, 76? Oh, okay, so now I can't put points into all of them because I'm level 50. So now I have to individually put points into the ones that I want. Okay. Let's get this one to 50 as well. 40 on this. Ooh, steal from humans while sneaking. Okay. And then we'll put that here and one in there. Okay, apply. Yes. Perks. I get a new perk. Dialogue is 50, defense is 13. Hey, Pi, good to see you. Yeah, I don't defend myself or dodge. I can never remember those buttons. All right, let's see. Increase the carrying capacity bonus from your companions. You have no companions. Nope. Quiet weapon damage. Let's see. These are all about the companion ability, reset time, and cooldowns. I've still never even used those. 50% more damage from science weapons. Faster movement speed during the time dilation thingy. 20% extra damage when using the time dilation thingy. Health restored per kill. Can go up here too. I can go back up to the tier 1s because I didn't take them all. You're not slow, you're just fast. Oh no, they're not slow, you're just fast. Sprint speed. 25% less weapon and armor durability loss might be a good one. We can make our time dilation thingy last longer too. That's also probably a good one. I'm trying to actually do that. We'll do that one. Okay, so now we need the dispensary. What's the other thing we were supposed to do here for the other guy? Right, there's that. Check with Celia. Are we supposed to see Celia for something else? It was this one. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Alright, let's go to the dispensary. Can I go in any of these places? Monarch Stellar. Worker? Another worker? Where am I? Probably not supposed to be here. Maybe I'm supposed to be here at some point, but right now...
Does Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
Not where I'm supposed to be.
More than usual.
Too many people for me to steal from them.
Running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
She hitting on him? Because it seemed like she was hitting on him. Balcony. Bedroom. Just gonna steal from her before we talk to her. It's fine. Terminal's use is restricted to authorized medical engineers. Unauthorized use will warrant action from your site safety engineer. Okay, we can't hack. We don't have hack 50. Okay. Let's go back.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
I don't know, Auntie, you'll have to pry that secret from my sweet little cheeks. Let's lie.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Let's go back and do the pry the secret from my sweet little cheeks option.
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Why don't you show me a thing or two? Or we can say this got weird fast. I want to see what happens if we choose option 1, though.
Much as I'd love to. My rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for caffeinoid, weren't you? Who's it for?
Should we just do minutes for Nyoka? Let's say it's private first.
Now, there's no keeping secrets from Auntie Abigail. I'll tease it out of you one way or another. Also, I really do have to enter someone's name for the allotment. After all, I have to keep track of where our little pills wander off to.
We can bribe her. Why don't you just write down my name as Lotso Bits? 2,600 bits, though? I'm not going to do that. Rather nosy, aren't you?
Now, dearie, it is my job, after all.
All right, let's admit that it's for Nyoka and see what happens.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Oh, yeah, okay. There must be some way I can increase Nyoka's allotments.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Remind me, what supply room?
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Wait, so he's dead? Flower of Enlightenment. If he's dead, then why is he still in control of the supplies?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
We're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Okay, we're gonna go get it done on our own. I could intimidate this lady.
Chin up, dearie.
But I kind of want to go search that guy's body. I'm surprised we can't break into this room. Oh. We can. Caffeinoid. Okay. I mean, it sounds like it'll be a fight, but you think there's anything on his body other than the room key for the thing that we don't actually need? It did look like a bedroll on the floor, though. I am very, very curious.
Musk and Canid Eyes, right here.
Wait, what? Wildlife Emporium?
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
You know who he's talking about?
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a manta queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Manta queens, especially.
That's right. We were in that museum, and it said, like, Manta Queen coming soon. Have you seen a Manta Queen?
Sure. They're real big. Hard to miss them.
Where have you seen them?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
I mean, it's been a couple weeks. He's probably dead. If he's a friend of Parvati's, I guess we should.
Thanks, Captain.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too.
Okay.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Your child is missing? Where'd you last see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the woman to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Is he gonna be a full-grown adult? I feel like he's gonna be a full-grown adult. Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
All right, we'll help.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
She looks pretty old. Like, he's totally an adult. All right, let's see what's out here. Slime and Shine toothpaste. All right, Dr. Williams is way over there. So this is a big place. All right, so he's just out past the ruins. Feel like we're probably gonna need to fight something in here.
Taking the sights, the sounds, the... Wait, what's that smell?
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
Yeah, see? Raptidons. What is this gun? Yeah, plasma carbine. Okay. I already forgot which ones my hotkeys were. I want Q to work like VATS in this game, and I know that it doesn't. It just slows down time. But I want it to be like VATS. Alright, that's a Raptidon up there. This one's sleeping?
Got him, boss! Get off! Get off!
Oh no, did he get spit on? I also got spit on. Poor Felix. Poor Felix didn't like that at all. I know, Vats has spoiled me. I just want to be able to tippy tap it to see if I'm near anything bad. Did it just blow its way into this building, or was this hole already here? Where's the guy? Right here. I just want to be able to see if anything bad is happening.
Looks like we're doing this. Nice hit.
I missed that initial one. I got spit on? Alright, supply room key. Yeah, okay, so it was just the supply room key. Aw, thought I could go in here. Look that his body's just laying out here on the ground. Gross. Alright, so that's going back for Nyoka. Do we have anything else outside the wall? Alright, so the Tucker thing is way over here. Is that Celia? Mr. Pickett is where? Also way over here. Okay. Those are pretty far away. So let's stick to the main thing. Which is bringing Nyoka her passion pills. We also need to check with Celia. Let's do that one first. All right. Curious how this pistol does. Not great, turns out. Uh-oh. Which one of them spit at me?
Nobody messes with you, boss. Oh, we all in one piece?
We are all in one piece. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I think we can get in any of these buildings. Is this a... Oh, that's one of those things that explodes. More Raptidons over there, but I bet we can skip it if we go this way. Looks like we might be able to go inside this building. There's a corpse in here. Flamethrower? There a monster in here? Because it sounds like there is. There might just be one outside. Let's save the game. Compass. Yeah, it's probably those ones out there. Okay, back this way. Back this way. It sounded scary in there, though. Oh, wait, I can't jump that? Okay, back to the road. Probably wouldn't want to jump it, actually. Aren't these sulfur pits? Isn't that the whole thing? Yeah, it is.
Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload Saltuna shipments at the cannery.
We gotta go exploring. I want to see some savages.
Savages. Okay, Felix. We might be the monsters. Alright, let's see what Celia has to say.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? Having money trouble?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why? Why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Maybe I can talk to him for you.
Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Wait, I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Okay, bye.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
No, you have a meeting with me.
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here?
I'm looking for the information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this Spradfuck colony, I'm going to stab someone. Okay, that escalated quickly, but I'm gonna go with it.
Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments.
Oh, no.
I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
If you're afraid of the other corporations, why would you want to bring them back?
Because he's scared to go it alone. You need the board to hold your hand and tell you everything's gonna be okay. Ain't that right?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
What's the plan?
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
I was starting to get bored listening to you, until you said the phrase, extremely powerful ordnance.
It is quite the rush.
Where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Okay, so our perception isn't high enough to do. Why are you saying it that way? I guess I'll go get your Bolt 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
That sounds sketchy. Before I go, I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job, or we could say that guy's a world-class moron. No, he did a bang-up job. He was nice.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Question about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1.
Terra 1 and Terra 2? I see the board put their best people on that one.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Word of advice, Sanjar. If Parvati's got something to say, you do well to listen close.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Who's this us and we you keep talking about?
Oh, well, there were surely other junior executives with more open minds, though none of them had the temperament to handle the paperwork.
What are you talking about? You're being cagey. We do have the perception enough for this one.
But I was keeping my tone flat and maintaining eye contact. You weren't supposed to notice I was avoiding the subject.
This is why you've never been good with presentations, sir.
Very well. Many, many years ago, Graham Bryant and I used to be collaborators of sorts.
So he helped you make your case to the senior executives.
Indeed, for all the good it did. MSI's then leadership wasn't enthusiastic. They insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Guess you missed the transport.
Many of us chose to stay behind. And as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
But why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
And they invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
So you used to work with Graham. Why not mention that earlier?
As far as I'm concerned, the less said about Graham, the better. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. And we both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
So why do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, they'll own your dignity too.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They've treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes. It'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
Okie dokie. We're just standing around. Terminal will be used for official communication on behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries. A summary report on conditions within Stellar Bay. Productivity has continued to improve since relaxing MSI's old restrictions and making allowances for employee benefits, such as time off for illness and personal leave, 24.9% reductions in shift length, and 52.3% more positive feedback. Fishery output is up 15.2% this year, showing a continuing but slowing growth trend. Decreased gains compared to previous years are likely due to the deterioration of materials and morale, occasional shortfalls in our supplies, and the gradual loss of personnel to marauders, hostile wildlife, and iconoclast recruitment. Reconciliation with the board remains a long-term goal, but the immediate concern is defending the city from hostile elements. Repairing damage to the city wall consumes approximately 32.8% of our annual budget. The best solution would be an influx of skilled defenders and weaponry, but given the aforementioned factors and their effects on the local population, such a solution remains unlikely. Working slogans. MSI, our profit margins are stellar. MSI sell tuna 43.28% more nutrient dense than the leading brands. Stellar Bay, a tolerable center of commerce in a hostile and chaotic galaxy. Okay. Oh yeah, the poster.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Grim asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Okay. Speak to Velma in the warehouse. Alright, Sebastian's right here, so let's try to set him up on that date.
You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Would you consider going on a date with her?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well. But we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Hard to tell if he skips leg day. He's wearing baggy pants. Alright, let's go tell Celia.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
He said he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but How did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
He likes you, Celia. Just don't ask him for any discounts.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Oh, cool. She paid me. All right, so what have we got going on now? We gotta go give her her pills. We can talk to Velma at the warehouse, too. Let's try to do all of these ones that are kind of right here inside the city, because after we talk to her, I bet the next step is going to be going to talk to Grimm again. Is this the warehouse? Oh yeah, we were in here before. I also hope that we get an update on this dating situation. We were not, in fact, in here before, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know what I was imagining. Hey, Legion, good to see you. Thank you for continuing to be a member.
Got your caffeinoid pills.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
We don't have monthly free messages enabled? Oh, like to be able to type a message in with your member milestone thingy? That's not me, that's YouTube. My lowest membership is as low as they can go, 99 cents, which doesn't qualify for like a typed message. They do that by like the amount you pay. That's not me. It took me a while to figure out why it was like that. But yeah, because my lowest membership is the lowest price I could set it to, which was 99 cents, YouTube does not provide a space to type a message in with that, which is why some people can and others can. It depends on the level of membership they have. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't have done that if I had the chance to choose that. I already forget what she said. Let's go with option 1.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply.
Uh-oh.
Something else on your mind?
I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Uh-oh. She sold it? You're just giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about the money.
Damn right it is.
Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
You won't do much business if your neighbors hate you. Consider this an investment. All right, let's try persuasion. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Okay.
Fine by me.
Said Braxton had been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Why didn't you turn him in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Mostly tumor-free? Ugh. Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a Ground 6 Spacer.
Okay, bye. Yeah, it better not be a cookie poster, or you're right, we'll never see it. Alright, Nell. What do we have to go see Nell for? Get the poster. Oh yeah, look, Catherine and Fallbrook. Go to Braxton's apartment. So we're supposed to go talk to Velma? Seems weird. Let's go to Braxton's apartment and do that one. Which is that way. I'm guessing back outside of this building. How do we get out of here? This way? I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. Okay, so around this block and to the other side.
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work. I bought some muffins about.
This way. Barbershop?
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick.
Pull yourself together and tell me what happens.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
That's totally who we're looking for, isn't it?
Oh! Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
Is it the part where we go hunting for clues? Are we going to solve this murder? This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from the left field tossball betting. Interesting. Hey Eddie, good to see you. The stainless steel rat. I love that it just says victim. He doesn't even get a name. Tossball card. Okay. Mag picks. His bathroom. Several ragged outfits, all of the same cut and color, were stuffed into the suitcase. Hastily packed suitcase. So he was going to make a run for it? Investigate left field tossball betting. Okay. But so this still wasn't what we needed. So I guess we do need an apartment upstairs.
Whatever you do, don't mention talk. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you've gotten stuck in an hour-long...
Is this... Oh, Laura.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
What? Relax. No one's in trouble. I'm just looking to have a friendly chat with him.
Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Of course, the ruins outside of town.
Hope he's okay. We should hurry, Captain.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We don't do the hurrying thing. We do all the other things other than hurrying thing. All right, so this one is going to talk to Nell. Who is behind here? Here we go. Tossball betting. She'll buy the cards too. Okay, that's good to know. Not gonna steal from you.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths.
Ooh, our lie skill isn't high enough. We could have claimed to be on the team. They're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really is a paradise.
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better with company. Say, I don't think I've seen you before, and I'd remember that face.
I'll try not to be a stranger then. Name's Felix, by the way.
Aww. Now he's gonna have a connection with somebody. Pavardi had one with the engineer lady. Alright, let's just listen quietly.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better when you've got someone to celebrate with.
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple drinks and settling in for the pennant match.
Look at me, getting carried away again. So, what can I do for you?
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Oh no. Do you know who did it or not? Or what do his teeth have to do with anything? Let's go with that one.
They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry, and Isaac seemed to get stuck in all sorts of bad habits, dietary and otherwise. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter, other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
Who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Okay, thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do. Hey there, Felix. What can I do for you?
Velma tells me you outbid Grimm for a signed tossball poster.
Signed by the Black Hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
Ooh, my lie skill isn't high enough. We could have said we're brave to outbid the Sanjar's best friends. Could I trade you for it?
I don't know. This isn't just some poster. It's a genuine tossball artifact. The black hole doesn't even sign things anymore. He just puts a stamp on them. Of course, the only reason I asked Velma about it in the first place was because those sublight fellas lost my shipment of official tossball jerseys. I was gonna line the walls with them. They're the new ones, now with authentic game time aroma.
Authentic as in the players actually sweat in them?
Of course not. No, authentic means close enough to be the real thing, but not actually the real thing. Everyone knows that. Anyway, I guess they tried to take a shortcut around Amber Heights and ran into some trouble. Can't blame them for trying. Those iconoclasts never shut up. But they lost a bunch of cargo, including my jerseys. If you could get those for me, I might let Grimm have that poster.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. Don't put yourself in danger on my account, though. That poster will be a fine substitute.
You said you were having trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions.
Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Okay. Hey, it's really good to see you. Yeah, we're not going to steal from their cash register right in front of them. Alright, let's see. Investigate Elijah and his gang. Yes, they should be back here. In the alley behind the warehouse. Or behind the yacht club? Yeah, behind the yacht club.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the alley behind the part. Maybe it's this way.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker...
So what'd you think of the game last night? I still can't believe Armstrong ran the field from the Tuesday zone.
Yeah. Armstrong's really something. Nearly took a fella's head clean off with a tossball stick.
Yeah, well, he's a hacker. That's what they do. Rangers don't show a shred of mercy in a Darlings game. Bates got tossed out of the game for excessive sportsmanlike conduct in the third half. Serves him right.
Excessive sportsmanlike?
Felix, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what a Tuesday zone is. I don't know my tenders from my forwards. Thing is, I just don't understand tossball.
Hey, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'll teach you all there is to know.
Great. That's just swell. Can't wait.
She sounds so excited. Let's save before we do this.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
Ew. I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I mean, we could attack them.
That's what you get!
It's kind of sad the way that they all... Chef hat? The way that they all kind of like stopped fighting and cowered and then I shot them all anyway. I mean, it worked. They're dead now. Okay, so let's see. I've got 10 points. These to 45, 25. I liked before it was 50 when I could just do them all like at once. Because now I have to like choose them individually, which is a bummer. Let's put some into this as well. Then we're going to put one more into persuasion. Yeah. Ooh, Felix has one too. Swaps weapons and reloads much faster. You and your companions deal bonus damage to corporate enemies. Cowering enemies. Can increase his armor rating. Increase your persuade skill when he's in the party. Let's do that. My persuasion skill's already pretty high. Now it's 85 with him in my party. Okay, and then you have a skill? When she performs her ability, recharge some of your tactical time dilation meter. Okay. I've still never used their abilities. Can increase her range damage or her armor rating. Let's do the one where she swaps weapons and reloads faster. That sounds good. Okay. Now we have to go tell Sanjar that we solved the crime. I don't even know if he knew about the murder.
A fine day for business, isn't it?
He knows now.
Anyway, what can I do for you?
Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
Oh yeah, this was us telling you about it. I've taken care of it. The killers are dead.
But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters.
Sometimes you gotta take matters into your own hands. Maybe I could have gotten their statements if they hadn't been ready to kill me.
Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Okay, cool. Extra money. I like it. Alright, so now we need to go give Nyoka her hangover pills. There we go. I'm still discovering vending machines. I've been in and out of that door before.
You're back. Good news? Bad news? All of the above?
I've got your magic pills. These things are dangerous, you know.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
Glad to have you.
Great. Where to?
Let's find the information broker.
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
All right, Pavarti, go to the ship. So this is the missing companion. We had one missing companion, and it must have been her.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
So,
Yay!
Nyoka,
Recruited all of the
ugliest thing
companions.
you ever killed?
Oh, I still have nightmares about this one. Fiercest, most foul creature I've ever faced. Just shy of 7 feet tall. Breath like a sulfur pool. A little slow, strong as a mountain. If I recall, his name was George, Gregory, I don't know. Some G name. He and a band of pirates tried to ambush me and mine on the trail once.
Wait, you're talking about a person?
Yeah, poor guy. I think my bullets did his face a favor.
Whoa! Wrong button. Darn it. Well, that was a waste of a health thingy. Okay, so she's got... She probably could do with better armor. This is 18. We could at least give her a helmet, although I hate to do that. She might actually have better than most of what I've got. 18, this is 19. Could give her some of the 26. We give her a chef hat? Yep, going with it. Okay, so where do we need to go now? The broker? Yeah, that's true. At least there's no, like, bad things. I didn't actually give her a perk. Ooh, increase your lie skill. Or extra health. Let's do the lie skill. And then... range damage? Extra armor rating. 20% damage to creatures. I like it. Okay. Apply. What does she have for weapons? Machine gun. And a two-handed tremor cleaver. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I have no idea what their buttons do. X, C, and V. Couldn't tell you. I wish it told me. Does it say that somewhere? Use her personal modified LMG to deal damage to her target and set enemies near it ablaze. It does burn damage. Okay. I gotta try to remember to use it. Ooh, robots should have the chef hat.
Join me for a second, will you? Hey, got a favor to ask you.
Already?
Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
Well, I definitely don't plan on getting myself killed.
Well, we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
I'm honored you're asking. I'm thrilled to accept. What can I do?
Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were.
What do you need to do?
First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry.
And after that?
Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out.
Oh, Mantiqueen.
If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together.
We're gonna have to kill a Mantiqueen?
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
Okay. Cool. Nope. So... that is over here. Still a pretty long way. Could probably do some of the other side quests on the way. Because, yeah, there's a lot happening in between here and there. I wish I could see all of my quests. Oh, I can. Never mind. That big button right here that says toggle inactive quests. Shows me exactly what to do for that. Secret people. Bolt with his name. What is the secret people? Oh, that's that house. It's right here. We should definitely do that one. Should definitely do this one.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Whoa! Hey, that's Felix's special thing. Oh wow, it does a whole like cutscene for them.
Covering you! Everyone all right? Staying out of sight.
So I hit C like I wanted to crouch. But C is his ability. So hey, we figured out the abilities thing. Accidentally. I was not expecting a whole cutscene thing. I could actually see that getting kind of annoying. If you use them frequently? I think we killed the other ones that were all hanging around out here last time.
Careful. Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you or eat you. Or both.
Exploring some ruins, killing some monsters. All we're missing is theme music.
Theme music. Felix is right, we need a theme song. Hey, Phantom, good to see you. Yeah, they're already cooled down. So it's not a very long cooldown.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this friendly outside city walls.
We're armed to the teeth. What's he gonna do? Kill us with generosity?
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
This is reminding me of the sketchy house in Red Dead Redemption 2, where they like lured you in to try to Murder you and feed you to the pigs? I'm enjoying it so far, Phantom. Oh, the cooldown automatically resets when you're out of combat? Okay. Good to see you, Scott. Looking for a man named Braxton. He supposedly came by here.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
See? See? Are you sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine to you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Something ain't right about this.
No, something definitely isn't right about this. What did it tell us to do? Search the house. Oh yeah, definitely a cannibal. I agree.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Ooh, look at her face. Let's just looking around.
Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
Your rocket candies?
The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
What other man?
I'm not telling you.
Calm down, I'm going now. Quick save and steal her stuff. Okay. Whose room is this? Quick save again. And steal the stuff in here. Not that there's very much. Oh wait, wilderness. Uh-oh. I didn't actually want to go outside. Nothing really interesting on the balcony anyway. Ooh, there's even more of an upstairs. See, but I feel like what we're looking for is going to be in a sketchy basement. Feels like a sketchy basement kind of a vibe. What am I looking for? Mather House key. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have nightmares about this.
Braxton Hecht's work ID. Chief Pescatological Health Manager. If lost, please return to Velma or current supervisor. Fishery operations in Stellar Bay.
So for sodden assholes. Ain't enough that the raps eat everyone? Now people are doing it too?
Escape the house. Is this where that door we unlocked could come in handy? Where was that door we unlocked? This one. Because now we can just jump off the... Now we can just jump off the balcony and call it a day. Yeah, speak to Velma. Okay, we did it. Yay! That hurt my cardboard ankles, but we didn't have to fight our way out of it. Although, Might have been a fun confrontation. Should we go back and see what the confrontation's like? We can quick save out here, so if anything goes horribly wrong, we're already escaped. Although it's a loading screen, so it might save automatically when we come in.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
The murdering cannibal accuses me of being nosy?
Quickly, my dear. She's getting agitated. We can't let the meat spoil.
Don't worry. We'll make this quick.
Heads up, boss! Let him have it!
I'm shooting my own people.
They deserve to die so clean.
Crossing somebody off never felt so damn good.
Oh, that was the Mather house key. Random leg. Okay. They had good loot, so that was worth it. Ooh, and now I can steal their mag picks. Yeah. It was worth it. They had good loot. I know, I shot my people a lot, even with silly hats. Even with silly hats, I shot them a lot. Whoopsies. They're fine.
Are these real ruins? Huh, it's just like in the serials.
Don't bother knocking on any doors. If anyone's inside, they're liable to respond with gunfire.
Killed everything. Right? He ran into it. Thank you. Definitely his fault. Definitely his fault. I should have taken their food too. No. Lunas, good to see you. Not the cannibal's food.
You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next you're gonna tell me Halcyon and Helen weren't based on a real person.
I won't tell you that, no. You seem happier in your ignorance.
Their conversations are so funny. Have I noticed there's no grenades? Felix had a grenade launcher for a while. Was Velma in this building or behind this building? She's behind this, right? In the warehousey thing? Yeah. Yeah, she was in here. Yeah, here we go. Alright, sorry, your dude got eaten.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
You spat in your spirits, Velma.
You noticed my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition? Anyway, what do you folks need?
What do we need? Yeah, Lunas, the trip went okay. It was a very long week. I'm still tired. But it was a good week. Got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
He was killed by cannibals out in the ruins.
That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
Oh, the next step was to kill the Mather family. Oh, good thing we went back and did it. While we were still right there. Cheer up. Maybe now you can hire someone better.
Oh, sure. Because Monarch's just teeming with experts in the finer points of salt tuna health. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Can we come to an agreement or arrangement on Grimm's poster?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Help me out here. I found Braxton, didn't I?
Fair enough. The damn thing's been a headache anyway. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
Okay. Wait, who's the foreman? What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick.
Oh.
Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Oh, I didn't realize she had a whole nother person. Why don't you just pay them more?
Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand.
I did get credit for it, thankfully, for killing that family. I can talk to him for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
I tend to shoot people when I try to intimidate them, so probably not the best thing. Not much for melee combat. I try to be, but then I end up shooting people, so not ideal. Alright, so let's see. That's the Hazegrave thing. Deliver this to Grimm. That's the Tucker thing. Convince Caleb to return to work. We should do that too while we're right here. First Grimm though. Let's go give him his poster. That will make him happy. It better make him happy. Grimm, my friend.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Yay, level 16. We've leveled up 3 levels so far. Alright, so. Skills. And more skill points. Let's go 5 more into this. So that's going to be where I start doing them individually. And leaving with 5. Let's go 2 more into persuasion. And let's go 1 into long guns, 2 into handguns. Kind of arbitrary at this point, not gonna lie. Now a new perk. A lot of these are based on not having companions, but I'm always going to have a companion. Let's do the one where I get extra carry capacity from having companions. Yeah, now I can carry 270. 270. Oh, wait, it's 40 kilos per companion. That's even better than I thought. I thought it was 40 in general. But no, it's 40 per companion. We went to 190, from 190 to 270. Oh, that's great. We can loot so much stuff. Oh, Caleb's up there. Okay, so we gotta get to the upstairs. So much space now. I do have to sell some junk. Like, I'm definitely carrying too much junk. Alright, Caleb.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
You can still pretend to be Captain Hawthorne.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome.
His glasses
Why
are
don't
funny.
you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
We need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
We can lie and say that Sanjar is going to fire her. How long can you afford to miss work? Velma's threatening to replace you. Let's lie for the extra XP.
I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
I feel kind of bad. I feel a little bit bad about that. Worth it for the extra XP, though. It's all good. So, like, they're nice people. They're nice people. He's going back to work without good pay just to save her job.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Okay, let's talk about Caleb.
You knocked any sense into him yet?
I told him you're about to lose your job. He said he'd come back.
Well, that's awful nice of him. Sure wouldn't have expected that. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts. Honest work deserves honest pay.
I mean, maybe
something else on your mind?
Maybe you should pay Caleb. Maybe if you paid Caleb, you wouldn't have this problem. Just saying. Supper time. That was the blade we pulled out of the dude that was cannibalized. It was called supper time. That's bad, but also a little bit funny. Also a little bit funny. All right, so where does that leave us? Where's this one? Oh, that's here. Can I go out this door? Oh yeah, I can. The description said, don't play with your food? Oh, I totally missed it. Oh yeah, don't play with your food. Ugh. Oh, is this where they get the fish from? Can you go in the water? Okay, no, it doesn't let you. Invisible wall protects you from jumping into the water. Stellar Bay Ruins. Oh. I don't know if we can display items. Do I miss the grenade? Sorry, I just saw that, Legion. Not really. Because my companions can't accidentally blow me up. Wait, what? Did it really have me go out and then right back in? That's what it considered to be the closest. No, because it definitely looks like it's outside. Agent in Stellar Bay recently retrieved the information he's holding on the salvage location delivered to Catherine. It definitely looks like it's outside that door. That doesn't open. Can't actually go over there. That doesn't open. The marker definitely led directly to that door. Well, yeah, we'll keep that knife for sure. It's one of the ones that has a little swirly behind it, so we're not getting rid of any of those. Passcode. Yeah, the little marker brings you... Oh, I got this far and was like, oh, it must be this. No, it's this dead body right here. It's the dead body. Bloody notes. Retrieve the missing passcode. Meet with Catherine. Yeah, 100% my blind spot for sure. Oxhorn did the same thing. You remember him going in circles? You definitely come out at it in an angle that sends you that way for sure. Is Catherine here? We've heard of Catherine, but we haven't actually spoken to Catherine. Yeah, no, see, she's outside of Stellar Bay. I know, right? Dead bodies don't even stand out anymore. Oh yeah, 824. Catherine's way down here. Catherine's way down here. Okay, so... We're here? Oh no, we're here. So this bolt thing is the next closest thing. We want to go do that. I think we just got to go out through town and then over the next bridge over there. Yeah, across that bridge. And then it's that building. I'm sure nothing will go wrong in there. I need more heavy ammo. This... I still only have 450. This gun's pretty good. But I do like my assault rifle. I don't have any ammo for it. Let's save before we go around across a random bridge. We haven't dealt with marauders or anything like that. Raptidon Colossus.
Look out! Hey, boss! Watch this!
Down they go! Attacking!
Oh yeah, see, she did her thing without the...
That's the last of him.
Yeah, she did her little thingy without the cutscene, so it's not every time. Felix is a little bit dramatic. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Felix is very, very dramatic. So what does X do? Oh, X like marks it?
Gas is incoming! Don't mess with the best.
Good job, guys. I know, right? Now I want to see everyone else's ability too. I agree. What does everybody else do? Alright, I guess this is where we're going? Yeah. Arms building key. We don't have that. Light ammo. Energy cells. Again, it sounded like there's monsters in here. There's definitely bad guys. I can tell by the little triangles. I don't know what kind of bad guys. Heavy ammo. Wide-brimmed hats. Oh, hello. Executive reviews. Sandra has a bad habit of padding his reports with numbers and statistics, not very good with slogans, jingles, and/or taglines. Presentations tend to be dry and lacking in emotional appeal and funny references. Sandra also displays a noted tendency to complete work rather than delegating it, a trend unbecoming in upper management. All in all, Sanjar's work habits suggest a preoccupation with details and a startling lack of vision. We cannot recommend him for further advancement. Needs improvement in the following areas: interpersonal communications, brevity, delegation, idea generation. Oh. Okay, so that was Sanjar. Let's see what Graham's was. Restricted. We can hack into it. Graham's understanding of product messaging and branding is impressive, especially for a relatively low-level editor. Has a knack for memorable slogans and taglines. However, Graham has issues with brevity and shows consistent disregard for prescribed fonts and formats. Some of his work has been flagged for subversive undertones. Recommend further supervision. Dora Erickson. Dora shows a real knack for brief but compelling presentations supported by catchy slogans. Her delegation skills are also top-notch. She can build a lengthy meeting around any topic and emerge with plenty of work assigned. Recommend for promotion. Okay. We haven't heard of Dora, I think. Is this what he wants us to delete? Yeah, wipe any terminals in the building. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's what he wanted deleted, was his bad review. What are we here for? Oh yeah, that gun. That door doesn't open. Their backpack mod. That door also doesn't open. It's the bad guy in here, you think? Let's save. Blood smear in there. I was so worried about these mag picks, and now everything that we come across doesn't take any mag picks. So it's funny that I spent like the first maybe 2 episodes really stressing about the mag picks, and now we don't even use them. Okay, we're on a balcony. Oh.
Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can raps wear boots?
Snarl like a raptidon. We can snarl. I don't think they've figured that out yet. Who are you?
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Mana Queen showed up. Then raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here and, now the door's locked. Little help?
You got locked in? How?
It's easier than it sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions.
Well, I need to get in that room.
Phew. Thanks, lady. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
Seeing as you're trapped, you might as well answer a few things for me.
Sure. Beats not answering questions.
Who are you?
Huxley. I'm an iconoclast runner. The iconoclast runner. Fastest we've got. Ain't a raptidon on this void-forsaken hellhole that can catch me. I'm sorry. Put me in a tiny room like this and I'm liable to flip. Not keen on tight spaces, you know?
Why does the supply closet even have an intercom? Tell me about the iconoclasts.
Oh, that'd be my people. Graham and Zora and Milton and... I really miss them. You gonna let me out of here? I want to get back to Amber Heights.
I'm looking for a Bolt 52. Any lying around?
Probably. I don't know. When I try to read things, my mind gets to wandering about all the things I could be doing instead.
So, get locked in closets often?
My buddy locked me in here. I told you that. It was for my safekeeping, on account of raptidons wanting to munch on my head. But, I mean, okay, yes, fine. I get myself into sticky situations. It's just part of the life, all right? Sometimes you gotta hide in a trash can so you don't get eaten by monsters.
Wait, really? I wasn't serious.
Oh, neither was I. Who'd hide in a trash can? Gross.
Okay, right. Back to the door.
Get me out of here!
There must be a way to open it from the inside.
What do you mean? It's locked.
Okay, right. But, okay, let's try the handle. Turn it upward and...
Wait, upward? Oh, my eternal soul, it worked!
Phew. Thank
thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
Still landing yourself in trouble, eh, Hux?
Oh, hi, Nyoka. You mind giving me an escort back home? Oh, you're traveling with someone. Never mind.
We can attack her randomly? You sure you're okay to travel?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Okay, good luck.
Thanks a lot, lady.
I didn't realize I was crouched that whole time. Seems kind of mean that we'd randomly attack her after all that. I mean, I guess we've done some mean, messed up stuff, but... I don't know. That seems extra mean and messed up. Alright, let's see. Bolt 52 cartridge. Okay, now what? Return to Sanjar. Okay. Oh, I can't fast travel near hostels? What's hostile? Oh, I guess what isn't hostile at this point, right? We want to go... If we go back this way... We killed everything this way. No, we didn't. That guy's still there. Cardboard ankles away! Oh no, we're fine. Alright, I bet if we get to the other side of this bridge, we could do it. Hey look! Arms building key! Was that dead guy there before? Because if he was, we definitely skipped right over him. Now we can fast travel. I hope we get to see her again. We'll definitely be going back, I imagine. Well, not back, but going to... Oh, this way. The iconoclast area to talk to all those people. I just discovered Zhang's Emporium. Okay. I wonder if they went on their date.
You should know, you're getting excellent reviews from across the company. What can I do for you?
I found your review on a terminal in the arms building.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Sorry, it was already open.
Oh, yes. No doubt someone else was having a laugh at my expense before you. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
His kidney? Your left kidney?
One of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Did it?
Apparently not.
Who cares what they think? You're in charge now.
In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
When you put it that way, it does sound pretty pathetic.
Please, I can't think about this right now. Celia, schedule 30 minutes of inconsolable weeping later today.
Oh no!
I'll pad it out with an extra 15, sir.
Now, was there something else you need?
He had to schedule a cry break for later in the day. I found the cartridge and deleted that data for you.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this.
All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
You made it sound like you were sending me after a weapon.
But that's exactly what this is. The world isn't changed with guns and speeches, much as Graham and his followers would like to think, but rather with meticulous documentation.
Hearing that caused me physical pain.
Sorry, Celia's always chiding me about my word choice. I shall endeavor to employ simpler verbiage. And the bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 is one of the most formidable pieces of data entry in all of Halcyon. One false stroke can invalidate the entire document.
It's true. One of the old execs gave herself a stroke trying to fill out the exemption section.
Okay, what does it do exactly?
For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Spare me the details, just tell me what comes next.
Corporate espionage. How was that, Celia? Did I sell it?
Your best delivery yet, sir.
You killed it, Sanjar.
Celia?
Already noted for your review, sir.
So this plan of yours?
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap what they can.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
Sanjar, you sly dog.
You really think so? I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Sounds like you know her well enough yourself.
That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions for Stellar Bay, and I fear my asking her would give her the leverage she's been looking for.
Don't get yourself worked up, sir. It's perfectly natural to have a healthy fear of her.
Oh, she's not fun scary like you, just scary. But that's why you'll be equipped to handle her.
She's not fun scary like us. So go to Fallbrook and get the location of an illegal corporate facility, then?
Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Letterhead. Infiltrate a secret corporate base and kidnap the staff. Sure, easy.
I knew you were the right person for the job. I suppose I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Cool. So, can we... region map. Alright, so we've got this one. Oh, because that's where the ship is. Alright, so we've got this thing, which I think is the runaway kid. Mr. Pickett. All these are down here. Radio Free Monarch. Both of those. Star-Crossed Troopers. So everything is really kind of like out across the map. And we are pretty close to 3 hours. So I'm just going to call it here while we're still in the main city. And then next episode later this week, we'll come out and do some of these things that are further out in the wilderness. Somewhere in here, we're going to face our first, what is it, Manticore Queen? But yeah, let's ask Celia about her date and see if she says anything.
As you were.
Oh, we can't talk to
Move
her.
along.
So maybe that's a no, because we can't talk to her. Will Sebastian say anything about it?
You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Ew.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me
Oh
for advice.
no!
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process.
She sent him on a wild goose
You're in
chase.
good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered.
Yeah. Okay, nothing on the date from this guy either, so maybe more time has to pass. I hope we get to follow up. The whole date arrangement was a pretty... I mean, not big. It only required going back and forth, but they made a point of it, so I hope we get follow-up on how that turned out. But we'll see next time, and when we venture out further, what else we've got going on here on this section. So that will be later this week. Tomorrow night, we'll be back with some Fallout 4. I gotta get into the Discord and update my schedule, but generally, you can find it there. There's an event section Discord where I try to plan out my week when I'm on top of it. Otherwise, the streams get put up on YouTube on the day of, so if you enjoyed tonight's stream and you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And until then, have a good one, everybody.